Everybody hear me all right? Okay, I'd actually like to start with the daily word for today because it talks about the divine possibility in others. And that's really what we're doing today, is recognizing the divine possibility in everyone. So I affirm the divine possibilities in others. I am a spiritual being, created in the image and the likeness of God. And as such, I have creative power. All things are possible through the power of God within, and prayer is an affirmation of those potentialities. While I cannot control the events or people around me, I can manage how I think and feel about them and how I respond. When I pray for others, I do so not to control or change them, but to trust the Spirit of God within them. When I pray for others, I consciously utilize my innate creative power. I see the good in the people I pray for, and I affirm their divine potential for love, joy, peace, abundance, and health. When I pray for others in this way, I respond lovingly to life. The first part of what I'd like to take you through today is a way to do that for yourself, and a way for you to connect with Spirit so that you understand your own innate creative power, your own self, so that it's easier maybe to reflect that or to see that with others, if you know that tangibly for yourself. So that'll be our first part of the evidence for the day. And to do that, first, I know you're all comfy, but I'm going to ask you to stand up and pick your favorite superhero with the exception of Wolverine and stand like them. Yeah. The only reason I say not Wolverine, because I did this exercise once and a girl went like this. And it wasn't quite what I had in mind. So if you stand in that super power pose, either Wonder Woman or Superman or whoever, and then you drop your arms with that, your body becomes into that alignment of space. And they've actually done studies on this, the scientific part of our spirituality, where aligning your body this way allows for an alignment of your head and your heart physically to allow you to feel that more. So just take a moment and close your eyes. They've also done studies where if you can hold this pose for at least 2 minutes, breathing through your belly, that your stress levels, your cortisol levels actually measure going down. The dopamine levels in your brain go up. So even though we are light, we are physical. And sometimes we need to align the physical. Some of you may be feeling some tingling sensations. If you can imagine that you're breathing up through your feet, all the way up your back, over your kidneys, up to your crown, and exhaling down your front, all the way into the ground, and inhaling again. If you would take this pose and this feeling and to sit with it, so to try to keep that pose on your upper body, but you can go ahead and sit. And we're still going to keep that mindfulness, that breathing going. And I'd like to walk you through a pathway to Spirit. So first, your body is in that position of alignment. And you're breathing up your back and down your front. You're allowing that breath to hit your crown, recognizing your head, your forehead, the back of your head. And with each recognition, We're grateful, and we release any tension that is there. Our nose, our cheekbones, our mouth, noticing, relaxing, and releasing. The back of our head, back of our neck, shoulders, noticing, relaxing, releasing. Front of our neck, collarbone, arms, wrists, fingers, noticing, relaxing, releasing. Our upper back, mid-back, and chest. Noticing, relaxing, releasing. Solar plexus, abdomen. Noticing, relaxing, releasing. Lower back, hips, pelvis. Noticing, relaxing, releasing. Thighs, knees, calves. Noticing, relaxing, releasing. Ankles, feet, and toes. Noticing, relaxing, releasing. Noticing our breath, feeling our physical selves. Grateful for the sensations, the sounds, the scents, the breath. Allow yourself the next minute to feel and breathe your own physical self, offering gratitude with each breath. Allow the air around you to be filled with light. You can notice the color of that light. Know that that color is specific and beautiful and wonderful connection that is just for you. With our next breath, we're going to inhale that breath, that light, fill our lungs. With each breath, that light grows larger, brighter, stronger. Through our lungs, through the circulatory system, through our organs, through each and every cell, allowing yourself to glow from the inside out. Finding your internal light deep within your core. Feeling that internal light blending with the external. Noticing the light changing, moving, growing, becoming brighter. With each breath moving beyond you, blending with all those around you who are also in the divine space. Filling the church. Filling the town. Filling the world. Stretching out beyond the solar system to the horizons of the universe. In that horizon place is all that is spirit, all that is God, all that is blending with all that is you. Feeling the merging, the intermingling, the oneness. Allow yourself to sit with that realization and that power of the love of spirit for the next minute. Within that horizon space, within all that is a light being that would like to touch with you today, to allow you to understand what the tangible evidence of the love of spirit is around you. That light being may be a past loved one in spirit. It may be a guide or an angel. It may be your recognition of the Holy Spirit. Whichever it is for you, allow that light being to be present for you now. Notice that light coming out from the horizon and specifically merging with the essence that is you. You can feel the light change, the energy shift, the awareness of more. Allow the impressions to come freely without expectation. It could be in sense or in ideas, words, sensations on your body. Feel that experience for the next minute. there's anything that you would like to ask your most beloved in spirit, any exchange you would like to make, feel that now. And then experience your answer. Offer gratitude for the exchange, for the time, for the experience. And exchange goodbyes with our friend in spirit. And allow that light to move back into that horizon place of the universe. Feeling our blending with all there is. And allow with each breath, we come a little closer to our physicalness. Bringing ourselves back through the universe. Through the solar system, through the planets, through the town, into the building, and back close to you. Feeling your breath. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Please take a moment to jot down words, phrases, colors, sensations, anything about your experience. Does anybody need more time? So know the evidence is in you. You have access to that anytime, anywhere. Not all of us sometimes understand that, though, or can get there. So Spirit offers external evidence as well. And don't deny yourself of those things. Don't deny the bird that looks you straight in the eye. and you wonder what's going on. And I mentioned the bird in particular because I took a walk with my almost 11-year-old earlier this week, and we saw two, which is practically unheard of, at least for us, of the blue herons. And each one sat and stared at him. And it was the most amazing, because usually if they get even a whiff of a sound, they're off and flying. And we see them, we see their back end, and he always points at them and goes, "There's another one." He's fascinated by them. And that day, there were two that just sat and let him look at them back and forth. And you can't help but wonder, what beautiful sign that was to let him know that he's okay, and that we're all okay. And then I got to witness that. And we started off with that, affirming the possibility in others. Are we using that evidence of love as what other people are showing as well? Even if their outsides are grumpy. Even if their outsides are grumpy, are we noticing what's going on the inside? Are we letting ourselves do that? Because sometimes the grumpy ones are our best teachers. The other way is through mediumship. And I want to say that each of you in this space, in this exercise, performed as mediums. So medium is a word that means the bridge between spirit and here. To allow that energy exchange, allow that remembering, and to allow that you shine that evidence in some way or you recognize it. So at the time I was recognizing the blue heron's exchange with my son, recognizing spirit in that moment, you bring that energy of spirit a little bit more into this world. You become the medium, you become the bridge. So we are all capable of that. I just want to point that out because sometimes the word gets muddled. The word gets muddled, but it really means middle place, middle place. And anyone that's really, and each of you said at the beginning, that you are on this journey, that you're recognizing an awakening, you're recognizing a consciousness that's outside of yourselves. You are becoming that middle place. You are that middle place. To share some of my training for also sharing that middle place is to let people know that there is always a forever. You don't die. This shell is your experience now. And it's a lovely experience, even if we don't always think so at the time. It is a beautiful chance to be something and to learn something and to experience tangibly what we're not able to while we're floating around in the energy form. So our loved ones that are in that space give us evidence of themselves so that we understand that and understand that love never dies. So I'm going to offer one contact today to give you an idea of that possibility and to show what you are able to do for yourselves. To what you're able to do for yourselves. So anytime you would like to get to that space, go through some kind of exercise that we just did. And then pretty soon it becomes a lot faster because you have practiced feeling that space. And know that you all are a unique style of that. So even though I've been trained in a spirit people style, there are many styles. There's healers that bring forth the energy of spirit. There's those that bring forth philosophy and extra knowledge. There's those that bring forth the wisdom of the guides and the angels and the Holy Spirit through what they speak. And all of those are lovely forms of mediumship. Okay. Is this anybody's first time at a mediumship demonstration? Okay. Josh, if you wouldn't mind, the just in case, because I don't know how well I'm going to hear up here. The wireless microphone is in the seat I was sitting at, and the bottom button will turn it on. If you recognize the information, please raise your hand, and Josh will give you the microphone so that we can have a yes and no conversation. Okay, so you're going to say things like, yes, I know, no, I don't understand that, I kind of do, maybe. All right? Know that the information coming through is from your spirit people's point of view. So the memories and everything is that perspective. So keep that in mind. Also recognize that since we are human, it's a decoding of the energy that we train ourselves to do. So it's not a perfect 100% science. All right? So, yeah, give me 8. If you recognize 80% and something's not right, please don't throw everything out, because I am not infallible at this. I'm not sure of any human that is. Okay. Okay, so I feel like I may be on this side of the church, and I'm recognizing a flowing, like a dance, a type of music. It could be this person in spirit either really, really liked to dance or had some kind of teaching for younger people in either a music area or a dance area. Does that make sense to anybody? Do you understand that? I think I'm at seal.
Well, I always ask about...
You can hold that seal.
I have a friend that literally speaks music.
In spirit?
He's in spirit.
Okay, hold on to that.
Okay.
All right, because that's my first clue. I just want to make sure I am with you, but for me, I got drawn right to you while I was speaking, all right? And I need to recognize the love of music. I need to recognize teaching other people about the music. And I need to recognize not being able to sit still with the music. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, even if I was sitting, I was probably moving with the music. And I also feel a really strong bass with that. So I know I would have put the bass higher than the treble. Does that make sense to you? Okay. And I need to recognize him as more of a friend than a blood relative. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And I also need to he let people know how he was feeling through the music. Do you understand? So not all of his speech towards people was straight on. It was, he would find lyrics in the music, and then, it's almost the vibe of the old mixtape where I make the tape for you, and that's, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. There's a photo of the two of you with a tall grass in the background. Okay, so hold on. If it's not a photo, it's definitely a place that you had been. Okay, I'm seeing it like a photo, but I have the shorter grass up front, and there's probably a little body of water. Do you understand that? With the taller grass would be up around that. Do you understand where we're at? And I need to offer gratitude for that time. All right, and offer gratitude that somebody was listening to me that heard past the music. Do you understand? And so much gratitude. I also need to recognize a younger boy, probably about 15, that he would like to connect with and say hi to, and also a lot of pride there.
He has a son who is eventually in his 20s.
Okay. Would you recognize him being about 15 when you would have met him?
Yes, he would.
Thank you, because I need to go to that person.
Okay.
You understand? Okay, and I need to offer lots of pride there and perseverance, especially in my relationship areas with that child. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
He just had a birthday yesterday.
Okay. Thank you. So if you're still in contact and and it's appropriate to say hello. He's definitely connecting there. I need to recognize a C boy name. I'm hearing Chad, but that's my brother's name, so I know I need to go to a C boy name. And just, is Chad close?
No,
Okay.
his name is DJ.
Okay, so hold on to the idea of, oh, he has a brother as well, this gentleman in spirit.
Yes, he does.
Okay, that was just my signal for brother, okay? So you don't have to take the name, but I know I need to say hi to brother as well and tell him to just please get his act together, that he's worth more than what he's showing. Does that make sense to you?
Okay. Well, his brother was passed,
Okay,
but he also, my husband is like a brother,
okay, because I have the word brother there, all right?
and he doesn't even.
Yeah, okay, because it's the feeling of floundering around and not making decisions. Does that make sense to you? And the feeling is, he did something similar, your friend in spirit, floundered around and did not make decisions. And he's offering that as encouragement to your husband to say, you know what, just make the decision. You can't go wrong. The only way to go wrong is to not make any decision. All right? From his own wisdom and his own life. But so see if there is a picture of that place with the pond, because I really did see it in picture form.
Well, I know where it is now.
Okay.
They lived at Romer's right on
Okay, thank you. All right, God bless. Okay, thank you, Josh. All right, so you good? All right. Also know that in order to receive that recognition that your spirit loved ones are with you, you don't need someone like me. You don't. You can recognize the minute you hear a commercial jingle that reminds you of that person, the minute you have a certain scent that reminds you, you recognize a date on the calendar, and you recognize it's energy, energy, energy. And spirit world is always present. You are as much a spirit as spirit is spirit. So know that any of that recognition, any of that sending love is sent right back. All right? So don't deny yourselves those recognitions. All right, great. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'm trying to keep Josh's time schedule. But,
Give some time.
sorry.
Questions,
Does anybody have any questions? Thoughts or comments? All right, well, if you do later, don't be afraid to ask. And thank you very much.